Good morning, all. Um, Today we're going to be making some graphs. We're working with this Excel at Activity 45, which is about American Idol. You'll notice some new skills here as we create pie charts, format those charts, change titles, that sort of thing. And I want to show you how to do that if you're using numbers on a Mac. If you have created a file, we've typed in some information, and we want to make some charts. Now, very different than Excel. I found it to not be quite as intuitive, but let's see if we can figure it out. So the first thing I notice here, if I'm looking at this, I can select all and insert a chart. And we'd like a pie graph today. So we do that, and right away you notice a problem. We've got all these dots. So what it did is it plotted all of the data that's in this data table. That's problematic. So let me show you a way to get around that. Let me undo that. And one thing you can do is you can select specifically the data you want to make a graph of. And then do the same thing. We make a chart, and now you'll notice it's making a graph, and even shows what it's making a graph of. It puts in the legend and all that stuff. I prefer cleaning it up a little bit, so let me undo that again and show you another way. What I like to do, I'm going to simplify this table. I'm going to select all these columns and get rid of them. Let's delete the selected columns. Let's also do that for these rows, because we got extra rows and columns here that we just don't need. Let me delete these guys, and that simplifies things a little bit. Now I can select that entire table and insert a chart, and it's just going to look a little bit cleaner. Let's see here, some of the steps. I think these are a little out of order, but let me do this first. They said to put the legend. This is the legend here that tells us what's in the chart. I'm going to put that on the right. You can simply grab it and move it around. You can change its size. I like to display it so it shows all of the names like so. And they said to put in a title. So let me see here. If I click on the chart area, and I'm going to go over here to this toolbar, I'm going to say to include a title. And what title? I think they said, let's do, what was it? American Idol favorites, I think is what they wanted there. Okay. Now there are a couple details. We want to change some coloring. Numbers has this thing where you can just choose different color schemes. That's kind of nice. But they told us to use very specific colors in this activity. So let me show you how to do that. One, if I click on this one here, if I select just the chart itself, I'm clicking in this white area, which is called the background. You'll notice it pops up over here, background, and it's currently no fill. I'm going to change that. Let's give it a fill color. I'll just do color fill. And then I got to choose something here. I think they said peach. Honestly, I couldn't find, I don't know what the names are, but let's call that peach. And then also they said to make specific, like Kelly Clarkson, a specific color. I forget what was it. Let's see. Kelly Clarkson is supposed to be purple. So let's, instead of blue here, notice if I click on just this blue area, only the blue area is selected, and I can go to, let's see, where do we change the color? Right here under style. Instead of blue, we're going to make that purple. Or these over here? These are some. There's a purple. It's getting ugly now. Wow. But you can do that for each one. You can click on Ruben here, which is this green one currently, and you can make him a different color. Very nice. If you have any trouble figuring out how to do those things, feel free to send me an email. We can try and help you out. Tomorrow we're making a graph that'll be, instead of a pie chart, it'll be, I think, a bar graph, and you can hopefully figure that out. Hope you have a good week. Don't forget to save your stuff and submit that in Canvas.